Ron Smith here again, folks. And I know I'm excited about being here with you today because this year I want to give you something. It's not about me, but it's about you and what you can do different in 2021. We have the pandemic, we have the social distancing, we have the riots that's going on, but you always have to stay focused on what you're going to do and what your part is with your family, friends, and loved ones, especially if you're trying to get off drugs. I was actually addicted to drugs for many, many years, and it's taken some new practices and behaviors, trusting and leaning on and relying on God to get over these things. So I'm gonna share 3 coping strategies again. Last time we talked about some coping strategies, but this week we're talking about 3 additional ones. Number 1, riding your bike.
Bicycle riding is another one of those coping strategies. Now it's a little cold out here, but you know, it's always good to just move. So moving is a good thing to do.
And here we are on the bike. Now a lot of times I'm listening to the word of God in my earphones. I'm listening to some type of motivational materials while riding my bike. I'm listening to a book that is an audio book, or audibles or audio. So that's what a good thing for you to do. And with that said, if you don't have a bike, then you can walk. Walking is good stress reliever. It's also a good coping strategy. And so with that said, find yourself something to do and then do it to the best of your ability, I tell you. Because it sure is freeing being out here riding a bike. The second coping strategy we have is develop some type of hobby. I mean, I have a hobby of doing several different things on my spare time, but one I really like is a bicycle repair or even fixing someone else's bike. I used to do that a lot, so I developed or created a hobby shop in my garage. Take a look. Hobbies, healthy hobbies. This is one of my hobbies, is repairing bicycles. So I like to see how, boom. And you know, it keeps me busy, keeps me focused, keeps my interest in some other thing, keeps my interest in the proper tools, like I buy the proper tools, park tools, for example. You know, I'm into that, getting the proper tool. So this is just one of my hobbies that I like to do in lieu of using drugs like I used to for years. So I just thank God for an ability to look back at my childhood and do something that I love to do. And that's repairing my own bike and repairing others on occasion, or tuning them up and stuff like that. So find yourself a hobby. What is it that you used to do? Whatever it is that you did before, think back. Maybe you can revisit those things. And I tell you, this coping strategy is one that's going to take you a long way. Keeps you nice and healthy. My wife may mention healthy hobbies keep you alive. Until next time. The third coping strategy I want to share with you is simply maybe have some family time. Play some games. Stay around people. You know, the way you get away from drug cravings and alcohol use, marijuana smoking, things like that, is to spend time with your family, friends, or loved ones. And I know it's COVID right now, so it's going to be family right now. So you can play games like chess or checkers or like a Bible trivia game, something like that. And playing games with your family is another coping strategy. Getting involved in like a chess game or some type of Monopoly or, you know, a Bible trivia type game. But in this case, we're doing a strategic chess game.
And so with that said, it's your move.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. That's what I get for not paying attention. But the lesson here is to have something to do as a coping strategy for rather than doing drugs, hanging out with your family, playing a nice game, and keeping a good attitude if you lose. Now that we see that coping strategies in the area of riding a bicycle, developing some type of hobby that you may have a hobby like fixing computers. I don't know, maybe you're good with your hands or working on wood. You may be good at creating something from nothing. Whatever you find, you bike riding, you have your creative hobby, and you have the ability to spend time with your family. Those are really good things to do during this COVID lockdown situation and for life. Because what you're really doing is developing a lifestyle of change, a lifestyle of doing something different, rather than picking up that pipe, rather than cracking open that alcohol bottle, rather than smoking weed. Now, it's your choice, and I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to share with you how I was able to overcome that. And this is not for everyone. I mean, my audience is not for everyone. My audience are those that are, number one, perhaps on the verge of coming out of a drug addiction. Number two, been walking for a while and are getting bored of the same thing over and over. You gotta get creative, I tell you, with this thing, because staying free, I don't have any cravings anymore. And that's where I want you to be. You are at a place in your life where it's time to hear the positive side that you have the power. God has given you the power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. And guess what? Nothing by any means shall harm you. So with that said, keep doing the next right thing. So like this page, share it, send it to a family, friend, or loved one that you know is struggling with drug addiction, that needs to develop new habits. And you, my friend, have a wonderful 2021. So I want you to like this page. I want you to click the thumbs up. I want you to subscribe to this page if you want to hear more strategies on how to stay drug free. And we'll see you on our next trip.